The US government does not believe that there is much time left to get ready for World War III. They're seeing what's happening between Russia and Ukraine as a prelude to what we're going to see in the next part of this fight. China knows it too. It's not just US government officials that are understanding we are entering into one of the most cataclysmic times of our present, but we are seeing governments around our world start to prepare. Now, in other nations, they're telling their people to build deep underground bunkers, build storm shelters, build whatever they can to prepare for the potential for nuclear fallout or some sort of radiological disaster. But what we're also starting to see is what could be the possible signs, the initial signs of a biological event that will affect human beings, taking out possibly 30% of humanity. Now, that may seem like a stretch, but it's just been a couple of months since the Russian government said that they had not developed, but disclosed a finding of U.S. government officials and non-government organizations developing a form of the bird flu that would follow migratory bird patterns and start to infect people across Europe. Now we have Poland seeing massive amounts of their feline, their cat groups getting sick. They found one cluster in which a group of cats were actually succumbing to a disease that was very similar to what we saw in sea life across South America. Now, scientists say they don't know how this jump took place, but what they do know is that if it finally starts to affect human beings, it will be the end of the world as we know it.
Double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel, blessings to those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing this word in all sincerity. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah. Today's lesson, not much time left. According to the short video, the U.S. government does not believe that there is much time left, as you just heard. So they prepare with their deep underground military bases. They're dumbs. And during World War III, the banking elite families around the world shall hide themselves in their strongholds, bunkers, and other underground facilities, fulfilling the prophecy of Amos 9:2 and 3. The elites know that there is not much time left, and that is found in the scripture of Revelation 12 and 12. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So the elites themselves knoweth that they have but a short time. That's why in the video, the man said the U.S. government does not believe that there is much time left. All this is prophecy. Woe means destruction. The devil means deceiver, and speaks of the wicked nation of Esau, Edom, deceiving the whole world through their lies, philosophies, and devices as well. Example, the wicked med juice, in which many took. The wicked nation of Esau, Edom, is Satan's physical counterpart on earth. And Esau, Edom has but a short time to implement their New World Order agenda, that image, and in the process, they shall hunt to exterminate so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, because they have had nothing but a perpetual hatred toward Israel that originated from the time of Jacob and Esau. That New World Order agenda is a war against you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, and Native American Indians. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. And those Israelite inhabitants of the earth and sea will be met with great wrath by Esau, Edom, because they know that their time of rulership is almost up, and that World War III approaches. So expect more wicked devices to surface. Esau, Edom will also come against the citizens of the territories in great wrath with their armies, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And great tribulation cometh for so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, and Native American Indians. You are the 12 tribes of Israel and the special people of the Lord, Yahweh wa Yahushai. With that being said, let's go over to Zechariah 9 and 12. Zechariah 9 and 12. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. And this is in reference to the elites of Esau, Edom, in these stronghold places of refuge. And the banking elite families will make it and hide themselves in their deep underground bunkers for the sole purpose of fulfilling prophecy. This must take place for the sake of prophecy. Zechariah 9 and 13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Meaning all the tribes coming together. Zion means monument and is in reference to the nation of Israel, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, and Native American Indians. The elect chosen of the Lord, Yahweh wa Yahushai, in spiritual power, shall gather all those kings and nobles around the world with chains and fetters of iron, in order to serve the nation of Israel. This is prophecy. That's why they shall make it. And by their very own mouths, they are telling you where these facilities are located around the world, especially when it comes to Finland. Finland's many bunkers can house millions of people. And the scripture of Psalm 64 and 8 says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. They are basically telling you where these bunkers are, these bunkers are located all around the world, especially in Finland. What better place for those men of the Lord, Yahweh wa Yahushai, in spiritual power, to start gathering up a vast workforce to serve the nation of Israel. After all, the scripture of Isaiah 60 and verse 10, which I always go to the scripture, does say, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. So you're going to need a vast workforce. Isaiah 60 and 10 does say, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. You see, their kings shall minister, meaning serve. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. This is prophecy. The word of the Lord is powerful, and it does not go back unto him void. Everything shall be fulfilled in their appointed time. but a great workforce will be needed and gathered from all around the world in order to build the walls of the kingdom. The kingdom shall be built here on earth, but a great workforce will have to be gathered in order to serve the vast sands of the seas, which is Israel. You see? With that being said, let's go over to Psalms 149 and 8. Psalms 149 and 8. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. The banking elite kings of Edom will make it through nuclear war in their deep underground bunkers and other places of refuge around the world for the sole purpose of fulfilling this prophecy of Psalms 149 and 8 to later be brought forth to serve judgment in chains and in fetters of iron. Israel served slavery under them, and now according to the scriptures, they must now serve the nation of Israel in that perfect balance of the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai. The curses shall also be flipped onto them. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Psalms 149 and verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai. Judgment for all the wicked crimes committed on the earth itself and upon the children of Israel, aka the sons of Israel, all throughout history and up to this very point. This very point in time. Basically for all the crimes committed on a global scale. But before this prophecy takes place, first cometh the CH to the IP of Revelation 13 and 16. And then cometh World War III quickly. The inevitable war to end all wars will come quickly according to the scripture of Revelation 11 and 14. The second war has passed, but the third war comes quickly. Let's see. Let's read that scripture correctly because I don't want to butcher it. Okay, Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. That is found in Revelation 11 and 14. But many shall hide themselves in the top of Carmel, at the bottom of the sea, and many shall dig into hell, according to the scripture of Amos 9 and 2. Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And when it says, though they dig into hell, does not mean that they're going to go all the way down where Satan is, with him waiting with a pitchfork. No. That is a total fabrication. The hell doctrine is a total fabrication of the Catholic Church in order to bestow fear upon you and for you to give them your hard-earned money. When it says though they dig into hell, meaning into their deep underground military bases, the dumbs. But once the smoke clears from that World War III, then shall the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai utilize the chosen elect of the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai to take them captives in order for them to serve the nation of Israel as servants and as handmaids. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down, meaning that they shall even be brought down from among their space station. They do have a space station. Amos 9:3, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Even the enormous Leviathan that was made to inhabit the moist shall bite them at the bottom of the sea. So in other words, there will be no place to run and no place to hide from the eyes and judgment of the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I think there was a song on that. They will not even be able to hide themselves in that great vast sea of the earth, because the Lord will command the serpent, and he shall bite them. That being said, let's go over to 2 Ezra 6 and 52. 2 Ezra 6 and 52, but unto Leviathan thou gavest the seventh part, namely the moist, and hast kept him to be devoured, of whom thou wilt, and when. And the scripture of Psalms 104 and 26, 104 and 26, does say, there go the ships, there is that Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein. So the Leviathan likes to play with ships. That's why we always say that it was the Leviathan that brought down the Titanic, according to the scripture. That's why many believe that it was the Leviathan that had to do with the Titanic, because according to Psalms 104 and 26 and 26, it does say that there go the ships, there is that Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein. So he likes to play with the ships. As soon as the Leviathan surfaces, expect him to receive instructions of the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai to start jacking up aircraft carriers, battleships, destroyers, and all submarines at the bottom of the sea. And there is a giant stealth submarine called the Dreadnought class submarine that can easily hide and act as a class working station underground facility. But hey, look at perfect example. Look at the orcas, the killer whales. The killer whales themselves are sinking ships. So if killer whales can sink a ship, imagine the Leviathan. But even when it comes to the great vast sea of the earth, they shall not be able to hide themselves from the great wrath and judgment of the Lord Yahweh wa Yahushai. The Lord has everything covered. But with that being said, Kaulallah Malak Yahweh wa Yahushai ba Hashem Rahakwadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS who rule well. Blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah.